Welcome, Sagittarius. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2023. We're doing something a little bit different this month. I have the Gilded Tarot over here and the Universal Golden Tarot over here. The Gilded is for the blocks to your love, abundance, and happiness. And then the Universal Golden Tarot is for the keys to your love, abundance, and happiness. And I'm pulling 3 cards each, so you'll have 9 cards over here, 9 over here. And so that'll also be past, present, and future. And we're going to pull a gem card for you first from Crystal Angels to see if there's a gem that might be helpful for your energies this month of March. Again, this is for Sagittarius, March 2023. Let's see, what would be helpful for Sagittarius in March? I have pre-shuffled all the decks here. That came right up for you. Larimar. I love Larimar. That's this one right here. Sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So you may be feeling extra sensitive. So Larimar might be helpful. The bottom of the deck is Tiger's Eye. Maybe that's something that's been helpful recently. Maybe right this second it might still be helpful. Tiger's Eye says self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Okay, so again, this is a general reading. If you want more information about my website, it's twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe. And if you do like the video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. It would help me so much if you would share. And hit the notification bell if you want the messages or reminders. But otherwise, this is for Saggy. So let's get going here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, March 2023. And this first deck is going to be for your blocks to love, abundance, and happiness. Your blocks to love, abundance, and happiness, Sagittarius. And Teddy's up there looking out the window. He's got Saggy Moon, and he's a wonderful dog. He's Cancer. I don't know what his rising sign is because we don't know when he was born, but he acts like a Leo. He's Cancer with Saggy Moon. He's so beautiful to watch when he runs and he leaps. He's so graceful. And he's so sweet. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius, March 2023. Sagittarius, March 2023. Sagittarius. All right, first card out for your blocks to love. The Ace of Wands reverse. So you may be sexually frustrated or just frustrated in general. Maybe you have a lack of maybe you have a creative block or a lack of inspiration here, but there definitely could be frustration there. A lack of arousal, maybe you're having trouble feeling aroused. We also have the Emperor reversed. So this could be someone who's not feeling well or is out of control, abusing their power. It also could be someone stepping down from power. And perhaps that's making you feel uninspired. And I'm losing my voice right there. Maybe you feel if you step down from this power here, or whoever this Emperor is, could be someone outside of yourself who's abusing their power. Maybe you're afraid that you'll lose your voice if you are no longer in this position. Or maybe this person wants you to feel that way, because if they're reversed, they could be abusive. But it also could be someone who's sick or not doing well or injured or retiring, just frustrated. All right, the other key, or excuse me, the block to your abundance is the Temperance card reverse. And again, this could be the fallen angel. This could be a lack of patience or losing one's temper. This could be the Emperor over here losing their temper. And is that you or somebody else? And that's Sagittarius energy. So you're coming up reversed over there. So the blocks to your love life is perhaps a lack of power, an abuse of power, feeling like the fallen angel or you've fallen from grace, frustration. That could be humiliation. This could be a sexual abuse too, or creative abuse. or physical abuse, right? It could be someone, you know, beating you over the head with a stick. And we have Saggy and Aries here. So a lot of fire right there in your love life that are the blocks to your love life. So it looks like, you know, somebody with a bad temper. And is this two people with bad tempers, like father, like son type of energy? And now the blocks to your abundance is the Page of Pentacles. This could be a child. This could be research, an opportunity, invitation, right? Someone who's very curious, right? They're very curious about this odd bird over here. Definitely could be an opportunity there, but it's coming up as a block to your abundance. And that could be, maybe this is something you're trying to get off the ground and it's not going anywhere. It's still at the beginning stages. Or this is a child that you're teaching, or someone who's shadowing you, who may be frustrating you here. And that is a block to your abundance. But they're upright. There's nothing wrong with them. A block to your abundance is also money, is abundance. This is the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. The community chest, or going on a treasure hunt. We've got a turtle right here, and the little imp over here has gotten into the money before the turtle, who's slow. And this could be like the race for the money, right? The great race. Some kind of competition in the family. Again, the block to your abundance could be a child working for the family, or feeling that you're not the same as them, you're not good enough. You're the Page of Pentacles over here, and they've already achieved their great abundance as the Emperor here. Maybe you're not supposed to be working with the Emperor here. Okay. So again, the block to your abundance also is the Six of Swords. And this is finding peace or moving to peaceful waters. So why is that a block to your abundance? And here we have a frog who's watching somebody sneak away at night. And again, there's Viking energy here. So this could be someone with Viking energy. It could be a female. And this is the frog, you know, who's trying to be the prince, who may be spying on them because they're sneaking out at night. And that could be a block to your abundance too, right? The fallen angel, this could be a child who's sneaking out of their window at night or something. Perhaps a child of wealth who thinks they can do whatever they want to do. There could be two children here. Maybe they're spoiled. And that's the block to your abundance right now. This could be the Emperor, you know, putting his foot down, losing his temper. But peacefulness here is coming up as a block to your abundance, right? Being too at peace, too much in wealth, like that you don't have to do anything. But it could be because it's a lack of abundance for you, because maybe your children now feel entitled, right? Because they get whatever they want. You know, there could be a sense of spoiledness here, whether that's you or your kids, right? Or having all the opportunities in the world. They never had to work for anything. A block to your abundance, or kids behaving like that being a block to your abundance. And then the block to your happiness is the Knight of Wands, right? Looking all sexy, right? They're showing their leg, getting a lot of attention, sexual attention, which may be a block to your happiness, right? Showing off. Or being too physically busy, right? Always the one to rush in and get things going, to light a fire under people. We also have the Tower. Okay, so it could be this could be very sexual energy, but it's coming up as negative, like the Player. But this is upright. It's not reversed. And that's Sagittarius typically. And this is a block to your happiness, is being all sexy, sudden events, or wanting to have sex without any commitment. This also could be an epiphany about this family, business, or community, and the abuse of power here, right? Their tower is coming crumbling down. And is that you? Or is that someone you work with or in your family? The family, and again, the block to your abundance may be the family, because this family may be coming crumbling down. Or this branch of government or school or the hospital. Some big branch is coming crumbling down, and you're not going to want to be a part of it when it does. That's the block to your abundance. And then to your happiness, the Queen of Swords. So the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords are both blocks to your happiness, along with the Tower, which is Scorpio energy. We have Aries reversed, Scorpio upright there, as well as Sag reversed over here too. But this is also, for me, Sag upright, even though it could be another fire sign. And there definitely could be children involved here, or grandchildren of the Emperor reversed, or perhaps people at work who are very young and being abused by the Emperor reversed. And why is the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands a block to your happiness? Because they may be, they're both upright, but they may also be very dramatic, or causing sudden events, or they may be connected to this, which is the cause of all the issues. The past here is the childlike energy here, the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, and frustration of the Emperor over here. Frustration, blocks, abuse. That would be him abusing them. They're upright and happy, but he's reversed. Or he could be stepping down and frustrated, perhaps worried about how the children will do in the future if he's not still working and retiring. But again, this could be abuse of power or stepping down from power, the fallen angel, or lacking patience, losing patience. And that maybe you work with patience and you're losing your business. So the present energy here is either that abuse of power or stepping down from power. Perhaps they're sick or ill. But there is a lot of wealth here. And does that sudden wealth come in suddenly, or is that wealth suddenly coming into the kids here because somebody passed? But there's no death card here. I'm not really feeling like the Emperor has passed. But there could be some kind of sudden event here regarding the money or the wealth, the power of the family, business, or community. And again, this could be a sexual event as well between these two, which is a block to your happiness. What's coming up at the end for you is the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is basically dropping the ball, dropping the act or the facade, breaking patterns, right? This could just be taking off work as well. Like this is the daily grind and no longer doing the daily grind. So just be taking a break as well. But a block to your happiness would be if the Queen of Swords took a break or stopped working. A lot of negative fire in your love life there. And is this Emperor outside of yourself interfering with your love life? Because it's all abusive there. Or just completely exhausted and losing patience or losing business. Like after working really hard and it's just going downhill. But the block to your abundance is that you have a safety net right there. Or he has a safety net right here. In the past, frustration with younger people or the kids, or opportunities and making things happen, right? That get up and go, lighting a fire under people's butts, lighting a fire under her butt. This could also be wanting sex. And that she has to, if they want more sex, then she's saying, then I'm not going to work, right? You can't expect me to do everything. She's in her integrity, in her truth. Finding peace with losing patience, or with this Emperor reversed who loses his patience or fell from grace because he did something wrong. The underlying energy here is the Eight of Swords reversed. Now I know Saggies. I have a grandfather George, an uncle George, and a cousin George. They're all Saggies and they all have tempers on them. And but Teddy doesn't have a bad temper. He's a moon Saggy. He's actually very, very patient. The underlying energy here is the Seven of Cups reversed. And this could be dumping emotional attachments or dumping multiple loads, right? This is getting real about all of your choices, especially if they've been confusing or making you feel illusory or that they weren't real. And just getting real by dumping your other opportunities, perhaps finding the one and getting rid of the rest after falling off the horse or doing something under the radar, perhaps sneaky, or feeling like a failure, being needy for attention or attention whore, or falling off the horse and not being able to get back up again. The need to dump your dreams in a split or a divide, the need for clarity and truth. This could be a breakup right there. And the need to perhaps settle out on the house or move. or visit a lack of stability here in being released from the prison or the anxiety here. This could be someone's move, could be the cure for their anxiety here. Maybe living in the house with whoever they were living with was causing their anxiety. So that may be coming up as an epiphany for somebody. All right, and now the keys to your love, abundance, and happiness. This could be too, that these two drop, they just take off work whenever they feel like it, without a word, like suddenly. And that's a block to your happiness, because then it stresses you out. But there's a release here too. Perhaps for them, maybe that's not for you. Unless this is you, because these could both be different Sagittariuses. Because like I said, I had a grandfather, father, and cousin who are all George Sagittariuses. Right, so might not be exactly the same for each one, depending on their charts, because you have other signs and timings that are influencing how the planets are working with each other. But again, we have Aries, Saggy, Scorpio's upright. And let's see, what are the keys? Keys to Sagittarius: love, abundance, and happiness. Sagittarius. That was very gentle. The keys to your love: rest, peace, meditation, prayer, perhaps not having any sex, keeping someone away from you, guarding your privates. This could be a 5D connection as well. Another key to your love life here is, again, this came up with Scorpio too. So why is guilt and shame a key to your love life here? Somebody might need to own up to what they've done. There could be some sneakiness or lying, cheating, and stealing here. Somebody could be sneaking out, someone who's got fuzzy socks. And there's like a fair, it's like gypsies, tramps, and thieves, or being at the fair. Or someone stole someone's ideas or their stuff, their swords, and someone feels guilty for it. Like, I'm getting a penny for your thoughts, and then running with it. And the key to your love is also the Knight of Swords, is the messenger of truth coming in, or perhaps that's the knight in shining armor coming in to sweep you off your feet. They're all swords energy, which is really weird for happiness in your love life. But this is, you know, finding connection and peace and meditation. Someone might be calling somebody out on their crap, and that may be the key to coming together. And this is also like the slave driver here, right? They're in the cotton fields with the barren other half of the field, the twins over here that are barren trees, while the slave driver's over here in the cotton fields, you know, coming in and being abusive to people, right? Over here, being abusive to people, coming up as this emperor perhaps. But this is the key to your love life, is to owning up to your mistakes when the truth comes out, and getting rest, praying, staying out of the sex life here. And again, especially if you've been sexually promiscuous in the past, or just very flirty all the time. This is about coming clean with your crap, especially when someone calls you out, even if it's someone who you may see as a slave driver, or is this you calling someone else on stealing, right? You could be calling the emperor out on being a thief. Or someone saying that you're stealing in their sleep when they're asleep. This also could be stealing sexual energy or connecting in the 5D. But this again is the key to your happiness in your love life. and feeling cheated on, perhaps. And that's a whole twin flame thing. So the key to your abundance, standing up for yourself without being triggered, being able to stand up to the group, face your fears, you know, stand up to the Emperor reverse if that's not you, and in a bold move, right? This is bold movement, taking the show on the road. This could be the military. This could be ascension. The key to your abundance is being unafraid, right? To stand up to those who have done you wrong. And the King of Swords. The key to your abundance is being in your integrity, the Knight of Swords. Maybe you've held back from lashing out on people because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. But what they're telling you is to be in your truth, to confront these things right away so that they don't build up over time and cause a big problem. So the key to your abundance is standing up for yourself, making a bold move when you need to, traveling, perhaps moving, making a big move, to call somebody out, to stand in your truth. And this is, someone's got a lot of power between their legs right now, ready to go off. So if you are sexually frustrated, it's alchemizing that energy to use it in a positive way, right? To channel it, to perhaps call somebody out who's a thief, instead of taking it out on the kids, right? So, and then the abundance of happiness. The key to your happiness is the Knight of Wands. So it comes up here and here. So it's both the block and your key to your happiness. But what's the difference between these two knights? This one's going forward and showing leg, and this one's forging ahead. And it's with that spirit of discovery, breaking new boundaries. Instead of using it for sex, using it as as discovering America, discovering something new, the power to, and he's coming up as the knight in shining armor there, but yet on the Knight of Wands horse. He's combining air and fire, which air and fire mixed, makes the fire even more bold. Again, here's the one of being all sexy, and here's the one of making real differences in the world. That's the difference between these two energies. But this one also could be going back a little bit, right? To clean up a mess. They could both be coming in to save the day. But they're both, that's the function of the Knight of Wands energy, is to light a fire, to get people going. The key to your happiness is the Empress. Okay. And we have Taurus and Scorpio. So Scorpio is the south node right now. We're letting go of Scorpio energies that don't serve us anymore, and we're following Taurus energies through July 18th as the energy to follow. And Taurus is also always about follow through, about that stubborn energy and making the most of it, right? Not seeing it as something negative, but a positive of Taurus stubbornness is the follow through, right? To see something through until it's done. And there could be a pregnancy here, or just the Empress being very abundant. Perhaps someone being happy, having sex and having children, having a family. The key to your happiness, as opposed to flirtation and drama or sudden events, or the fall of the empire here. And we have the Emperor reversed here and the Empress upright. And the same thing came up in the last read, I think, that the Emperor was on that side reversed and the Empress was over here, but I don't know if she was upright or reversed in that read. The other key to your happiness is the Wheel of Fortune, which Libra had right here as well. So we have Taurus and Libra right here, or a mother, someone in their abundance, and we have Cancer here as well. Libra and Sagittarius. A lot of air energy here, all across here, air, and then Libra. And here's the Sphinx schooling the golden goose. It's also going to be father and child, or again, their expression. So the key to your love life is expressing your truth, being the knight in shining armor, and the key to your abundance is being a man of integrity, right? And taking this power between your legs and using it for good as opposed to sexual abuse over here. And that could be your experience of being sexually abused as a child as well, and feeling threatened by men who are like this. And then at the end here, we have the Two of Pentacles again. So both decks with the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a balancing act, right? It's on a small scale. It's just starting out, right? You went past the Ace, which was something brand new, and now you're learning to incorporate different aspects of it. You're learning to juggle, how to hold things down, perhaps performing. You know, this could be also, you know, we have Two Pentacles. You could be robbing Peter to pay Paul just to stay afloat here. But it's destined. And the Queen of Swords could be coming up as a Libra energy. She could be a Scorpio. But again, Scorpio and Taurus, you both always contain both traits. You could be dealing with a mother who's suddenly pregnant. I'm not getting miscarriage, but it's a possibility, I suppose. But maybe the Emperor and the Empress are suddenly pregnant, and you know, they may be grandparents already, and that's not something they want to be. But again, that could be destined. And the block for you is having sex with the Queen of Swords. So is it a block because you get pregnant with someone you don't want to be with? Or is it the block because you're going to be with this person? We have the Queen of Swords over here too, and the King of Swords over here. So she's a block to your happiness, and the King of Swords is the key to your abundance, right? To be very kind of unemotional in your dealings and knowing how to use your power for good, for integrity, for integral purposes. So we have Cancer, Libra, Taurus here. And again, after dropping the ball, knowing how to pick it up again. And then the underlying energy here is the Two of Wands. That choice of path, perhaps choosing the old. I mean, it seems like it's choosing the new, going this way. But the Akashic Records is the old. And this also could be like a pirate ship, or, you know, skull and crossbones energy, if that's that which is dead. And choosing with the right hand, which is the masculine, to go through this, as the feminine holds the world in her hand. This could be somebody on chemo or shaman energy here as well. And here's that Ten of Pentacles, which came up in Libra's read, but you have it here too. They had it over here, you have it over here. So if you're dealing with Libra, you may be on opposite sides of the coin. So here is that Ten of Pentacles energy of abundance, family. This could be a home as well. That's very nice for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. You know, a nursing home or an old age home, a hospital, right? This can be any kind of big institution. This could be a university, but it looks like a place to take care of people. It can be your grandfather's home, right? You may be very wealthy. And then here is somebody who's free to go for walks with their dog, or hang out with the High Priestess, or be in their knowing, use their psychic abilities. There's this hook and a third eye energy here. And again, the purple and the green, the heart and the third eye, and the Viking energy. And again, somebody perhaps with salt and pepper hair, you know, older. And then the Torah is there, but you have all the religions here. It could be someone who's religious or spiritual, or a counselor, or a nurse, or an aide, a nun. And then sharing with others, being charitable with others, and helping to choose a path or clear wounding here from the past, or dealing with a shaman here, or becoming a shaman here. And we have the High Priestess and this shaman energy, or twin flame energy, and leaving this like materialistic world behind. That's coming up for Sagittarius, and Sagittarius could definitely do that. Like, you know, that's like Kung Fu definitely could have been a Sagittarius energy and Jesus energy, just walking the earth, right? For new knowledge, to expand and meet new people. So we're going to clarify just a little bit with the Rider-Waite mini deck. The center of your reads is the Ten of Pentacles of materialism, and then going on the road, which is what I just said. And we have the past, present, and future. We went over more over here. There's definitely some kind of abusive energy there, or sudden wealth, or sudden death and inheritance, or sudden sex with someone, or abusive sex here, a loss of patience or a loss of temper. And there's an issue with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands here, being explosive together. Maybe by themselves they're fine, but when they come together, it's too much. It's drama. And perhaps abuse. This could be a father here, a grandfather there, right? Maybe they're spoiled by them, or maybe they're abused by them. Or someone's losing patience, but yet finding peace at the same time with the Queen of Swords. And over here, the past is taking a rest, a break, meditating, praying. Perhaps, you know, being abstinent. And again, there's that sexual frustration right here. Instead of seeing it as sexual frustration, seeing it as staying abstinent and pure, right? To purify their energies. It's also showing you a way of just changing the way you see things, changing your thought to make it something positive. To see the opposites in order to alchemize both polarities and bring them to the center. And the Chariot also could be ascension, right? Making a bold move. The two sphinxes coming together, perhaps answering a question with another question, but again, bringing the polarities to the center, and then that causing levitation, that energy of push and pull at the same time, which then causes the helicopter to hover type of thing. There's that energy in the middle. So money versus energy work, or movement, or taking that abundance and perhaps creating a new vehicle here. Or maybe someone went out and bought an electric car. But there's definitely a change of ways. So there's a lot of fire energy being taken out of the equation over here. Someone's standing up for themselves, and that could be a child. Standing up to the crowd, standing up to the family, that they want to go on the road or buy a new car. And the key to your happiness is perhaps a mother, perhaps a wife, or someone who's very abundant, or having a baby and very inspired to break boundaries, to expand, and destined to school the goose, right? To keep them in line, to keep them, you know, from dropping the ball, to keep them going. All right, so who is the Emperor reversed? He's got a bunch of cards right here. Okay, so he's coming clean or getting clean or trying to clean up his act. He could be the King of Cups reversed, which could be someone who's emotionally detached, or perhaps he's got an alcohol problem, or he's depressed, right? Or he's very manipulative. So again, coming clean but not being able to sleep at night, stressed out, or purging as the King of Cups reversed, doing a dance, performing, juggling, probably trying to distract people from what's really going on behind the scenes, and then awakening this to ego, to an idea, or an idea that they had. Or again, this could be like an egomaniac, always needing to be seen. But they could be trying to clean up their act, or retiring. And then, again, perhaps using their psychic abilities or getting a nurse. And again, it could be a parent who's got Alzheimer's or dementia and going into a home, or hiring a nurse. But can the nurse handle this person, right? A lot of times our parents are not easy to deal with, having someone at home. So they might have to go into a facility. And the Page of Pentacles is coming up with the Hierophant. So that could be a Taurus child, or someone who feels left out in the cold, or someone forgot to pick them up. Or again, someone has to go back and forth to the hospital or to visit them, a child. And that could be this energy here too, because the Wheel of Fortune just came up next too. And again, with the Knight of Wands, she came up again. So again, maybe this person is a nurse or an aide or keeping to themselves. Again, not being able to deal with this person because they're always at war and weak or out of control with their ego. So again, that could be a Pisces energy or a Virgo energy, or just a fire sign nurse or aide who doesn't want to work with him anymore. Maybe they were at home and now they have to put him in a facility. Again, we had this Leo energy coming up with that Knight of Wands, so it could be somebody with Leo in their chart. But then we have the King of Swords reversed as well. And is the Emperor reversed the King of Swords reversed? Or is that the Knight of Wands? Being weak, needing courage and negative self-talk to deal with work, or to be at work with the Queen of Wands reversed. So the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So she could be Sagittarius here. Queen of Swords. She's coming up as not seeing eye to eye, or breaking up at a distance or distant. Disconnect. Getting real about this disconnect and the drama associated with it. So at a distance or in disconnect, or not seeing eye to eye, and suddenly dumping multiple loads or dumping emotional attachments to drama or sudden events happening. And this could be at home, in celebration with the Queen of Cups, okay? And that could be two grown daughters too, right? Partying it up at the house, but not agreeing on how it should be done. And this could be Scorpio, and she came up with Scorpio too. So an air sign in Scorpio, and Scorpio's right here. And Scorpio could be very explosive here. The Knight of Wands over here. And I just flipped over, so they flipped out. Offering an opportunity or a path, a choice, a path. As the Knight of Wands fell off the horse or fell off the wagon, or maybe this is the player that comes in for sex, or who's frustrated, or who's out of control. This could be someone who had every good intention to do this passionate act, but then they fell short of expectations or got paralyzed by their passions. And now they're offering a choice of path other than this. Perhaps to this Queen of Swords over here. Or, right, this is someone in need of peace. And it's coming up with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands reversed. There's a lack of peace between them. And she may be looking back or living in the past at work with the Empress reversed. So this could be like, you know, the masculine working with a mother and a daughter over here. And she may be stuck in the past, living in the past with this old situation. And this could be them, just with the girls, working with a mother, living with a mother. Or is this the masculine between his mother or her mother and the partner over here? And we have the Empress right here. So she's coming up as this Queen of Pentacles reversed, unless that's her daughter. But both of them dealing with this Knight of Wands reversed. Then could that be this one's sister and mother? And this could be a girl or a guy. But they're all reversed here in the past. And then there's love offered from Sagittarius here to them. At the full moon or at night. But this is an energy of vacillating, right? Holding back announcement, holding back calls, perhaps just showing up with love without calling first. But this also isn't making a decision. It's not being clear. It's making poor decisions, right? Not pre-announcing or not making an announcement. Someone needing to swallow their pride after being bored or not knowing how to receive love. Not having made a decision. Or again, needing to swallow their pride at night. Not making callbacks. Not making an announcement. And then trying to find peace, right? By being the loving angel, offering love to these people who are not happy at work, or a mother and daughter energy. And that's Sagittarius offering them love. The Empress. She just fell down with the Empress. And again, a child perhaps, or a message, stepping up to the plate for the High Priestess over here. And that could be a sister. So it could be sisters here, or a sister and brother here. And facing their fears, or facing their worst fears of weakness, needing courage, with the King of Swords, who's out of control, or really negative. Or he could be lying or spying, he could be abusive with his words. And so the King of Swords may be sad or grieving, in energetic exchange or in love here. Or a lot of back and forth with the Emperor. So he could be in love with the Emperor, or this could just be a lot of back and forth, which makes him sad. The Emperor is with a dependent. This could be a child or a partner who's dependent on them. And the King of Swords is very sad about that. There could be another energy here too of Pisces or Divine Feminine, the world coming full circle. And again, constant back and forth with them as the King of Swords. And he could be Libra here. But we have the Knight of Swords here too. Who is the Knight of Swords? And that comes in right. These guys, that's coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. Looking back at the past, going back to the past, or living in the past here. And coming in with the truth. As the King of Swords is sad. An energetic exchange constantly with the Emperor, or as the Emperor, right? A very busy job with two people who are dependent on them. And she may be sad because he's not in communication with her, or feels like energy's been stolen from her in a 5D connection. And the Two of Pentacles here now. The truth coming out, or being offered to make the wheel turn forward. And there's the sword, and there's the Sphinx, schooling the golden goose, right? The one who always gets their way, who's complaining until they get their way, and being put in check. So someone's being kept in check. Perhaps a work release program right there. And then we have Death, Dark Night, and ending, right? Someone who's walking roughshod right over them if they get in their way, which can be Scorpio as well. They're insisting on getting their way, right? For success, to lead the way, perhaps with the King of Wands reversed. This could be Scorpio, who's happy with themselves. And then here's the King of Wands, who's bringing good news, but maybe exhausted here. And he may be getting an offer of passion or another project to add to his many, which he doesn't need. And that might get turned down for sure. And there's the King of Pentacles over here. So King of Pentacles may be trying to get the King of Wands to take another job on, and he can't do it. So there's that energy. The bottom of the deck is the boredom card, apathy, or learning how to receive love, right? Someone's been offering love, or God's been putting love right in front of your face, and you're not even seeing it because you're too absorbed in what you're thinking or feeling at this moment, or just ignoring them on purpose. Okay, so being released, choosing another path, another way. And this is for Sagittarius. It was just 4444. That's 4:38 on the clock, which is the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. For Sagittarius. So again, you're making like it looks like a big switch of life, and there could be a breakup between the Emperor and the Empress, or someone's getting put into a nursing facility. Somebody could be pregnant suddenly out of nowhere. Someone might have been having sex with someone much younger than them. And for Romance Angels for Sagittarius, March 2023. And these two guys just fell right down. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So it's definitely passion here. And then getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. The bottom of the deck is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Worth waiting for. And I think Scorpio had both of these in the cards that I pulled out. So you might be dealing with Scorpio. Yeah, definitely have Scorpio energies here. And then from Journey of Love for Sagittarius. You're picking up the daily grind again after taking off, or after dropping the ball, after breaking the facade, changing. It's like a whole new persona here, right? This is the old materialistic Sag, and then here is the new Sag. Much more in their integrity, using their sexual energy in another way. Or perhaps their creative energy. Okay, Burning Hero. There's the three of the Empress and the Burning Hero. So it's a very fiery Empress, or Mother Nature, who's boiling up, right? Bowling right over anything that gets in their path, like burning anything that gets in their path. And that's kind of like that Scorpio energy that was coming up over here. Dark Night. On the 26th of the Page of Wands, the guardian of the soul family, coming together in the vortex after everything else, all the extraneous is burned off. It's like revving the engine, getting all the crap off, like vroom, vroom, and getting all the little stuff off. And then this could be mother and child as well, right? The Empress, through fiery transformation, the Burning Hero, with the seed planted, which can be just a new endeavor. It doesn't have to be a child, but there is a birthing here with a seed, the guardian of the soul family. And drop into your heart with the 68, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this could be the seed of the child, and then the child becoming, or the birth of the new business, or somebody going back to school. But there's definitely a mother birthing something here. And then the bottom of the deck of becoming, the 34, the energetic exchange, the arrows of love. Becoming is this underlying energy right here. Going back and forth with the Emperor. And knowing without knowing that the feminine energies is very Mary Magdalene and the Holy Grail, having to carry the burden alone. Perhaps you're a pregnant woman whose husband may have to go into facility, and yet you might think you have to do it on your own. Or maybe you're on bed rest and you have to do it alone while they're at work all the time. And again, the becoming, an energetic exchange of the Empress and the Emperor, going back and forth, a lot of energy there. That can be the energetic exchange between twin flames as well. And birthing the new, right? Manifesting something into reality is coming in here. And then after that page, the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles with the mother energy, is the cosmic butterfly, the 36, which is the Atlas energy of the weight of the world, right? The mother giving birth, carrying a child for 9 months. There could be twins here. And her harvest, the rings of time. This could be commitment. That can be the energy of Hercules, her harvest, the social worker, right? Perhaps feeling like they're getting too old to keep doing this. This could be someone who's grieving or still grieving and keeping it to themselves. Okay, and then across the waters, the King of Wands here is coming. She's waiting in the walls here, waiting for them to come. And is somebody having twins here? I'm going to ask that. Let me see. Where am I going to ask that? Maybe that would be Gemini energy. So let's see. Let's just look at the energy deck. Is somebody having twins? Or is this a surprise? Surprise! Is someone having twins? Is someone having twins? So there's separation here with the 9 and 38, which is the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. There's separation of the heart, but this is also the 1 and the all of healing the heart and being in the heart with the Queen of Cups. And that could be a Virgo Queen of Cups. And again, the 46 of coming together with the thinking man. So after separation and healing, the Queen of Cups. So I was talking about someone having twins, and Spirit may be coming back saying you may be coming together with your actual twin flame twin after separation here. It could be a Queen of Cups or a Virgo coming together as the inner child with the thinking man. And again, the 4th chakra, the heart chakra's there. And again, somebody walking away within to find balance here. And that could be a child learning how to, a child or multiple children learning how to balance themselves without the parent doing it for them. And again, that could be that Knight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And the underlying energy here is the world and taking a step back, being present in the moment. And is someone in your read having twins, though? Is someone in your read having twins? And we have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. You have to wait and find out. Activating the throat chakra. The 39 is the Knight of Cups. And the 42 of the one-to-one connection. I'm getting a cliffhanger right here. You have to tune into the next episode. That's so funny. They're under contract. They can't tell. The Angel of Strength, the 50 of the 10 of Cups. The strong matriarch of the family right here. And the 39 may be proposing. Okay, well that's what I got. All right, we're already at 52 minutes, so I'm going to go, Sagittarius. I hope you like your read. I like your read. So remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature, to follow your intuition. It looks like you're making a big transformation here, so I think you have control of it. You may be like, you know, come and clean up your act, and like setting on a whole new journey here, a whole new perspective. So rise and be loved, Sagittarius. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing March. You will be blooming.